Yeah, welcome, man. Talk is Truth. Averue podcast with my cousin.
What's up? What's up, y'all? I'm Leonard.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about soul swapping. This is pretty much part two, what I did with the homie RJ. So you want to start it off, or?
Soul swapping, meaning, exchanging, fluids when you're having sex, exchanging energy with a partner, and sex is a intimate, interaction, experience with somebody, and it definitely is an emotional thing on both sides, with males and females are your partner, and I feel like sex is good. Sex is a pleasurable experience, and when you're younger, when your hormones get to racing, and you want to have sex, you look at that female, or you look at that male, and your heart start racing, you get butterflies in your heart, and you get aroused, or you get turned on, you want to do that. And so when you're younger, sometimes you having sex recklessly, you know what I mean, and you catch feelings, and especially a lot of females, they fall in love real quickly and stuff like that, or males. And then as you get older, you realize that you definitely are giving a part of yourself to somebody, and you have to think about that, because you are putting your emotions on the line, your feelings on the line, and that goes deep. You know what I mean? A lot of people kill themselves over a relationship. You know what I mean? You hear about this in high school. You hear about this as a young adult. You know what I mean? Adults out there. So I feel like you gotta take your time, especially when you get older and you get mature. You know what I mean? You gotta take your time, get to know this person. You know what I mean? Before you start having sex, because you feel the energy. You know what I mean? With that person. And just like when you have sex with somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, and you start thinking about them and stuff like that. You're thinking about them for a reason. You know what I mean? Because they probably thinking about you. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. Energy is very exchangeable. You know what I mean? It's like when they say, speak of the devil, because you're speaking about that person. That goes the same way when you start having sex with somebody. You know what I mean? So, so you got to be careful, because we're living in a physical world, and there's a spiritual world and our souls. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that particular, situation. But there's more, but,
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep right there, man. I like the way you did that.
Definitely.
And you definitely got to be mindful of that, man, because it's all soul ties, man. We tiring our souls, and that's why, as I get older and as time go on, I kind of regret things. They say don't regret nothing in life, but I have to let myself know, because that's the way I do things for myself, is look at myself in the mirror. I would like that for everybody else as well, but I can't have people doing the same thing I do. Like, I can't expect people to
move the way you move, and think and operate.
To use my same tools, because everybody's tools will be different. Like, everybody's way of life is different. So I can't judge nobody. It's not judging nobody. It's just more just trying to bring awareness to a situation where, like, for me, like I was talking about on the first episode, I can't sleep at times because I'm thinking about these people that I slept with. And sometimes it'd be 10 years ago. And that's why I say I regret it, because I don't want to have to be constantly thinking about somebody.
Wake you up out of your sleep.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I can't even, like, that's a soul, bro. That means that's deep, homie. It's demonic in a way at times, because it's like, damn, like you want to be able to go to sleep, and then you're thinking about somebody that was 10 years ago. And it's like, and that's why it's good to just try to take time, get to know the person. I know that the music, even the music that I created at times, it would make it seem like it's okay, and society, and, even like the school, like they don't even break these type of topics down. They should have a class where they can like go deep into the sexual activities and the nature of being able to have casual sex and like just that open, free spirit type of, I understand it's about having fun and living life, but you have to go through things in order to learn. But sometimes you don't have to go through it at all. Like for me, I didn't have to go through that because I was already feeling it. I already knew that it was wrong. A lot of the things that I chose in life, I knew that it was wrong, but I still went towards it. Like I didn't have to sit in class and learn about it. It just, you can feel it. You know that it's wrong. And so it's all about being able to recognize that for yourself. And, hopefully us doing this will continue to bring a word out, what we can do. Like what I brought up, I don't think I touched on this, but talking to people that sell their body on the streets. I see that in them, where they just be lashing out on anything. Any little short thing will just get them to lose their temper, and they get out of control with it because of the fact that they have so many spirits inside of them. Sometimes they sleeping with 10 dudes in one day, or like vice versa, even for the guys. Like,
that's a good example right there, man.
Like I met stripper dudes. Like I got a stripper roommate, and he was getting girls left and right, but because of how you look, of course, and the size and the buffness, and him being able to have a mouthpiece, but it also shows an effect on him as well. It's not as deep as a woman, because women, they carry more emotions. But man, we can battle with it, and we can try to get over it, but we still hold it. Just like I told you, I wake up in the middle of the night, I can't even sleep, and I work graveyard at that. So it's like it's worse for me, because it's like I'm working so much that my time is like, you have to make sure you be able to go to sleep. That's why you have to do prayers and like burn sage or crystals or
man.
Like, wherever way you can get away from that spirit.
You're absolutely right.
Through your prayers. And like we go to a Buddhist center, you know what I'm saying? Chant Nam-myo Renge Kyo. Like, I don't just, you know what I'm saying? You just got to do what you got to do, man, and just clean those spirits up. And also just, helping people and putting the word out like we doing now.
Let me add to that. So definitely, I feel like when you have all those spirits on you and stuff like that, because that's been my experience in the past. You know what I mean? Having sex and stuff like that, and you have all these emotions and stuff like that because you have all these soul ties and stuff like that. Like, you really got to ask yourself for forgiveness. You got to pray about it. You know what I mean? You got to burn sage. You got to clear out your living space wherever you are. Burn some Palo Santo. You know what I mean? And you really got to pray and do some soul searching. You know what I mean? And ask yourself, why am I like that? You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of even guys out there. You know what I mean? I want to give example. So I know somebody, a female, she was talking about her cousin, how every time that they have a get together or a party, he's always bringing a new girl, and it's a new girl every time. And she had a problem with that and stopped talking to her cousin, because it's always a new girl. And, they had recently, started talking together, and, she was telling me about this, and I said, well, maybe do you think that it's something in his childhood or his adolescence that made him that way, where he's always consistently changing out, swapping out females? And she was like, yeah, there has been an incident, or yes, of course, there's probably a situation like that. You know what I mean? So, if you're like that and you're always consistently, having a different partner, a different man or a different woman, you know what I mean? You have to ask yourself, why is that? Or why can't I get into a relationship and fix that? We all dealing with trauma from as a kid, you know what I mean? And we all been through stuff, you know what I mean? And it's we have to realize that, and that's analyzing yourself and having self-awareness and knowing yourself and saying, okay, I know that this is a problem. Let me go get some therapy. Let me go sit down and talk to somebody. Let me go vent to somebody, and let me go in deep to your soul, to your core, and fix whatever that is. Taking a a moment of abstinence and being celibate, you know what I mean? And really working on yourself, you know what I mean? And you know, it's real out there. Like, you know, you can't just be sleeping with this person and this person, especially recklessly and unprotectedly. You know what I mean? You got to protect yourself at all times. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you catch something or whatever it is, you can keep going to the hospital and stuff like that, you know? So you gotta prepare yourself. You gotta protect yourself. You know what I mean? Mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I feel about that. You know, that's just, you know, message, you know?
It's like what Lauryn Hill said, like, how you gonna win when you ain't right within?
That's right.
And it's also like the vampire thing as well. Like when you look at vampires, they coming for your blood, right? But you got people that just coming just for what you got, your goods. And that sex thing is real powerful, homie. It's more powerful than we even realize. The fact that people take it so carelessly, and it's been a tradition. You know, it's a cycle. Like we constantly live like this for years upon years, and like over time, it took a time to a point where now we so desensitized to it. It became so normalized that we don't even take the time to even have these conversations. I'm pretty sure like parents don't even talk to their kids about this shit as much no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need to take the time to really talk about, not just talk about sex, but talk about the souls and the energies and how it's going to have a major effect on your life over time.
Exactly. And let me jump in right there. So, you know, a lot of parents are not talking to their kids about sex. You know what I mean? They always just say, well, don't come home pregnant or don't get her pregnant. You know what I mean?
Nonchalant.
And it's so crazy because at school, you know, junior high school, they have like sex ed and stuff like that. But majority of those programs dealing with sex, drugs in junior high school and high school, they're not for sharing, telling the parents. It's they're having, you know, these conversations with the students and going to like programs at school, and you know, they're telling, oh, can I, you know, get some condoms, or they're you know, having these courses at school, or talking, you know, to counselors or whoever at school, but they're not talking about like the main problem. You know, they're not telling the parents. It's confidentiality, and you know, they're not really saying what's the problem. They're not having any like therapists or anything like that. So, you know, the parents have to do the work. You know, you have to build trust with, you know, the teenagers, you know, because this goes on to their adulthood. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it starts when you're small, you know, especially when your body start changing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You start, you know, feeling hot, you know, or you start getting a hard on or in school and stuff like that, you know, and you don't have any sexual discipline, you know. So, you know, you just gotta, you know, take care of yourself, you know. But go ahead.
That's much respect to everybody out there. That's why we're doing this. We're gonna make it short though, but the main thing, like I said, check out that Lauryn Hill album though, that Miseducation. And it's a lot of things out there, man. What else I can lead y'all to? You know, they got educational books out there as well. You just want to go do your research on that. Check those out. I actually want to start writing my book and get into more of the souls. I'm barely learning as I go, but I will be continuing this again and again. You know, there'll be more episodes. Me and my cousin, we got other episodes coming out as well. And
definitely.
It's much respect to people out there. God bless, and there's no judgment on our behalf. And we just, all we doing is putting out love. And you know, we want people to take, you know, just, I really want people to be in committed relationships. But I understand polygamy is a thing now. You know what I'm saying? Open, casual dating. You know, you got the P Diddy situation. You know, you got the R. Kelly thing. Like that's been normal. Like they've been doing that since the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been up, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and like they barely getting caught up with it, like even with the Epsteins, you know? Because not just black people.
For sure.
Epstein's, white people, you know, they like all races is getting involved with this type of stuff, man. Especially in like Mexico, like our people are from Belize, so in Belize as well, and like especially in third world countries, they're not really getting no education on this, and they just, you have little kids out there selling their body, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's, you know, it's deep, you know, when it come down to it. But us putting this word out, hopefully we can help we can help, and that's all it's about, man. It's all about being able to help, and we'll continue to do this. Hopefully we can get to a point where we can actually go do public speakings. You know what I'm saying? But right now, this is where we're starting at, and we doing the same. God bless. You know, much love and respect.
Definitely, y'all. Well, we'll be back. You know what I mean? And we just want to educate the community. You know what I mean? And spread awareness, and and just vibe out, and just just talk about just life lessons, and
we have fun
and
episodes
we'll do this
too.
again,
We got
for
some
sure.
fun episodes where it's not so deep. You know, we can make jokes and have fun with some stuff. You know, because that's what it's about. You know, it's not about just always being so serious all the time. But this type of conversation right here, this topic is deep. You know, so and that's why we're doing it. You know, because we want to help. But God bless.
Definitely, y'all stay up. Till next time.
All right.